Me started about a minute early because I wanted to make sure everything's working correctly. Very nice. We've got some Ukrainian representation up here. And the fact that nobody's yelling at me that they can't hear me is leading me to believe that I am being heard. And help me out. Is it, how would I pronounce Lithendralis? I clicked the wrong comment, so that's not helpful. There we go. Phonetic spelling of how to pronounce this. Lithendralis. Okay. I'm going to... Sorry, just getting a couple of things. Just got here. Lethe. I like Lethe. That's what we're going with. Now, this is going to be an interesting stream. So this is totally impromptu, contrary to my normal streams where everything's really planned out. Yeah, I just kind of woke up this morning and was feeling super like pissed off and freaked out and weird about all of the war that's happening, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and feeling helpless and just wanted to do something. I've been wanting to do a stream anyway. So I thought that we just do like a kind of a chill stream and talk about generally well, this right here, Helen's post. I can just feel the smug look on all the JWs right now. That is what I want to talk about, because right now, you know, innocent Ukrainian victims are being, you know, ravaged. Sorry, I had to just block some. I just had to put somebody in timeout who I'm going to guess is a stan of a certain YouTuber, which we can get to later. But yeah, you know, we have so many like innocent people being ravaged by war, and nobody should ever have to go through that. But especially nobody should have to go through that on top of having to deal with religious trauma as well. And one of these, like one of the big things that Jehovah's Witnesses like to bring up is their end time prophecies. It's a huge part of being in and a huge thing that keeps people from leaving. So I wanted to talk about that because they specifically deal with Russia. In, I want to say 2019, they declared that the prophesied king of the north, which I believe is in Revelation. We'll look at this article. I thought we could go through it, cringe at it together. Yeah, they declared that the king of the north is Russia and its allies. The allies part is interesting because I'm pretty sure the only like pseudo ally that Russia really has is like China. And even then it's like not totally clear. They're just both not into NATO, I think. By the way, I'm totally fucking ignorant on geopolitics. So anything I say that's not true, feel free to correct me. I'm going to try not to just pull stuff out of my ass that I don't know about. Stuff I do know about is Watchtower doctrine and the fact that Bo is so distracting whenever I decide to record. He's started to like mess with his like ball circle toy thing, and it's super loud and distracting. And I'm distracted by all these awesome comments. We already have 100 people up in here. But I also want to talk about the charity aspect. So this is a charity stream. We're already getting some super chats, which we'll throw up there. So the way what I've decided, unless there are any objections in the chat, is to make all the donations go to a charity called Voices, which is a Ukrainian charity Voices of Children. I'm going to share the tab here because basically it's a pretty cool charity that I've seen brought up a few times today. It's a charity that helps kids who are, in these war-torn parts of the country. Basically, no child should be left alone with war trauma. So they give psychological and psychosocial support to children who have suffered as a result of war operations. And it's pretty based, in my opinion. They have a child advisory council, so they have kids who advise. Their illustrator is a kid. Did I click on the child? I actually did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to click on the volunteers thing. I wanted to click on who we are because this is pretty sick. Their illustrator for the website is a child, and they have a four-legged friend of children and a chief specialist in a good mood, Frida. If you ask me, any charity that has an emotional support dog on the advisory board is good with me. So that sounds pretty cool. So the way this is going to work, I think, if this is cool with everybody, and I'm sorry, I'm not like reading chat because I'm trying to remember how streaming works because it's been like 3 months since I've done it. I think what we'll do is the way YouTube works, at least the way it works for me, is like it pays out on the 21st of every month. So on the 21st of March, I'll put out the receipt of it pays out the super chats and the ad revenue at the same time. So the 21st of this month, I'll put the receipt on my Patreon page, but I'll make it a public post so everybody can see it, regardless of whether or not you're a patron. I'll post it on Twitter and stuff too, and then notify everyone when it goes through, just so there's transparency and everybody knows that their donations did not just go to the typical charity that this channel runs, which is to Keep Jake Off the Streets International. So yeah, if that is cool with everybody, I thought that sounded like a pretty cool charity that everybody can get behind. Jenny Bergman's got a good question. Is there a charity for displaced pets during war? Kids and pets all the way. So if somebody wants to do any digging, if anyone in chat wants to be industrious, this is pretty sick. So we've got super chats coming in already here. So Chris McDaniel with 5 buckaroonies. Good question. President Joe Biden called this before the Olympics. Does that make him a prophet or just a guy who listens to his experts? Keep that in your back pocket. Not the $5, but the question of whether or not he is a prophet. Now, Jordan Trupner with a concerning cry of support for the King of the North, which is cringe and beta, but I'm pretty sure this is ironic. $5 from Jordan. That rules. We've got... Whoa. This is really sick, actually. So Amanda, like a fox, $20. That is super cool. Amanda is just one of the best in the biz. She's always super helpful to all these exJW channels. And yeah, thanks so much, Amanda. That really rules. Fabulously Faded, $9.99. Happy to help support a great charity. We've got It's Me, who always confuses me because it is not me. I promise this is not my alt, even though my name is Alt Worldly. It gets very confusing. $25. Nick King, 1975. Good. This is another good thing you can do if you want to be super meta with your donations, is make it a Watchtower number. Nobody has dared be base enough to donate $144,000 or even $144. But, first person to donate $144,000 gets to forever dictate my content from here on out. Helen, more good shit in the chat. $10. You love to see it. Raphael, I think is how we say this. For the dogs, kids, and peace lovers of Ukraine, $10, $5 from Bumble Homestead. Yes, this is very good comment. I'm tired of war and once in a lifetime events. Can we move on to gay space communism or something? Yes. The next charity stream I think I'm going to do is for like trans kids in Texas. And then after that, it will be for gay space communism, which you absolutely are supporting 100% anytime you watch my channel. So if you are against that, I don't know what to tell you. Obed, always a real one. One of the OG supporters of me, and therefore, as far as I'm concerned, one of the OGs in general. Can't say for the whole thing, but good luck. Thanks for doing this. $20. Raphael just keeps on just being awesome. And yeah, so okay, he just said he was donating that to the Keep Jake Off the Streets Fund. Nesbo with $4.49. So here's what this is oh, hang on. Before I get to that, somebody asked a good question, which is how do you change the dollar amount so it gives me a set number? If somebody wants to help out Fabulously Faded with that, I'm actually not sure. We got more $5 more 90-minute content. Yes, this is King of the South. So that makes me, that's very appropriate because that makes me America. That makes me the Anglo-American Empire. I'm pretty sure. Again, we will get back to that article that explains all of this. We'll explain the prophecies for everybody who's worried. Can we stop experiencing one major historical event after the other? Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So as far as the ad revenue goes, I think what I'm going to do is like for the entire month of March, and I guess April too, it'll probably be cleaner to just have like all the ad revenue from the time of this stream till April 21st. The ad revenue for this video will go to the charity. The streams generally fall off pretty quick in terms of like the algorithm and stuff. They don't get a ton of views. So the only reason why I'm limiting it is just because it would be annoying to send like 30 cents to, the charity. So let's do something. We got super chats rolling in. I'm going to also check. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I asked a couple people if they wanted to hop on. I wanted to make sure that they weren't just like waiting for me to let them in the room. Okay. So as with any good spiritual program, we are going to be starting with the scripture because I believe it was Helen in chat who brought up that JWs are acting real smug right now. They are acting like, ooh, see, we were right. The Russia is part of Bible prophecy. And look, it's all happening. We were right all along. And in addition to that, just being so cringe and gross to take this horrific event where cities are being bombed and people are being displaced from their homes, and people are being killed, and turning that into a way to gloat and to brag and to try and pull people into your religion is fucking gross. In addition to that happening, it is also against La Biblia, La Biblioteca. So let's get out our Bibles, and we're gonna pull up Amos 5:18. This was brought to my attention by one Jonathan Mapleton, who is in the chat, just being super cool. And let me, how did I do that again? Have I been sharing that fucking screen the entire time? Probably. Okay, let me share Amos. We will be looking at Amos 5:18. Woe to those who yearn for the day of Jehovah. What then will the day of Jehovah mean for you? It will be darkness and not light. So all these gross, fear-mongering, warmongering witnesses who are excited and yearning for the great day of Jehovah are going against that Bible they claim to love so much. So you can throw that at your at your JW friends, family. I know that I've talked to a few people who are like getting texts from their parents already, people who have faded or are disfellowshipped, or even, who are just fading. Families trying to rope them back in by texting them articles about the King of the North and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before we get into the article, there's an article that like specifically talks about the King of the North, and that's what I want to get into. I'm going to pull this up here. Screen looking weird, but that's all right. Cool. Okay. I've got that in my holster. And if I miss your super chat, just yell at me. Okay. See Dubes, 1999. Keep up the great content, bro. 1999, of course, because he is honoring the year that the Phantom Menace came out. $5 from Danilo from Brazil, which is equivalent to $1,000. Is that what that is? Or is he saying $1? 1,00 cringe face? Yeah, one thing that annoys me is the confidence of JWs. They just don't care about ordinary people suffering. And that, yeah, it's always, you can't just empathize with human suffering when you're a witness. It's always, oh, it's so terrible, but we shouldn't be too sad because this was prophesied, or thank goodness this is temporary because the kingdom is coming, or this was all foretold, and this is why we know that we're so grateful that we have the organization. I just did like a Trump hand gesture, by the way. That is like his thing, is like the I don't know, like measuring a fish hand gesture. So I'm gonna try to root that out of my system real fast. I've got an Arnold Palmer spiked here, and I've got I already made myself a cocktail, which we'll get to once I've done chugging this, because we want chill buzzed vibes for the back half of the screen. $7.99 from Sarah Wilson. Thanks for doing this, Jake. Yeah, Ukraine should be foremost in our minds. 100%. Ooh, and thank you so much for chat for helping out Fabulously Faded with a fabulously donated $19.99. Another lover of the Phantom Menace. Fabulously Faded. I can't think of another reason why anybody would be promoting 1999 as a number. That's the only thing that happened that year. Hey, the real Taylor. All you fake Taylors, get the fuck out of here. You're not wanted in the chat. $10 to the people in Ukraine. And this chat is for gay space communism. Yes. If there was any question that was the real Taylor, that comment sealed it. Jenny Bergman, $5. Thank you, Jenny. One of my favorite folks is just always in the chat. It's been so nice. I've had the pleasure of meeting Jenny via the webcam, because the entire time that my channel has existed, we've been in COVID, and I haven't met like any new people in like 9 years. Ooh, this is huge. Dionysus is here. So we do have celebrities here in the chat, if you're wondering. 1914. Thanks for doing the stream. Pretty huge to get a shout out from Dionysus. JW review with John Maple seems to be suggesting that I said anus wrong. He wrote Amos, but it is pronounced anus. We've got $10 from the higher evolutionary, the King of the North against the King of the West. LOL. So glad you are talking about this. AW. I don't know what AW means. I think that's a root beer. And is in no way related to the Phantom Menace. So I don't have a lot of knowledge of that. So Fire Soul Rocker is late. That is okay, because we're going to be chilling here for a little bit. Now, Ooh, good point from Phil Webb. 1999 was supposed to be the end of the preaching work, according to the masthead of the Awake. I believe that's the only reference to 1999. That in Partying Like It's 1999 by Brother Prince. That is a good call. Two things happened. Brother Prince, our dear fellow Jehovah's Witness, who 100% followed witness doctrine all the way to the end. Prince released that song, and The Phantom Menace came out. By the fucking way, if you want to hear an incredible version of 1999 by Prince, Coldplay did a tiny desk concert for NPR, and they had like a gospel singing group behind them. And it's just like Chris Martin at the piano, Johnny Buckland. Yeah, I know the names of the people in Coldplay. Don't worry about it. And this gospel choir. And they do this like just like piano, guitar, and choir version of Party Like It's 1999. It rules. So look that up and just kind of have that playing in the background. Okay. So let's get into this article. I want to start here. By the way, this is not going to be a doom and gloom stream because this is we need copium up in here. These are depressing times, and generally speaking, I like to keep it light. I don't have any insight into. Damn it! I keep doing this fucking Trump hand gesture. How about this? How about I have to donate $5 every time I do this gesture unknowingly? So keep me honest. Wonder Woman, $5. Worldly Woman, I'm so sorry. I don't have the clout to get Wonder Woman quite yet, but Worldly Woman is arguably even better. Thanks so much for this stream. My JW in-laws are pushing Armageddon hard on my physically out, mentally in partner right now. Hoping this doesn't scare me into returning. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? A lot of us have spouses that are maybe waking up or maybe, on that journey. And this is a scary prospect because this is the kind of thing that can pull people in. The good thing is, much like COVID, which was initially this big, braggy moment for the witnesses. And they were like, ooh, well, we've been, prophesying that there would be some pestilences during the end. And what is this if not a pestilence? But then, it's just kind of become a part of everyday life. And, we have vaccines and then that excitement fades. So I do think some silver lining to this is, even if this initially gets some excitement in the ranks and gets some physically out, mentally in people to tune into some Zoom meetings, this, like everything else that Watchtower has ever predicted, will eventually fade, and then they'll be right back where they were, which is questioning shit. Becky up in here just being a legend. $100. Woke up this morning feeling so helpless. Thanks for providing a way to help. Yeah. And Becky, holy shit. Subtle knife. One of my good old buddies from my podcasting days that I don't talk about for legal reasons. I don't want to have to add anyone to the litigation. 1999. $6.99 from ex-witness Awake. I think the GB is watching the news like they're reading the winning lotto numbers. Yeah, that's what's so fucked up, is like the governing body only cares about world events insofar as they can use it to fearmonger. And that's something that I do think is worth mentioning with the way that like the governing body treat this stuff as prophecy and assign countries like Russia this damning title of King of the North. They are already banned. They're, the witnesses there are already under ban. They're already being terrorized by the government and imprisoned for practicing their religion. But on top of that, Watchtower is putting Russians in an impossible position by making them preach a message that is explicitly anti-Russia. And so there's that's just going to ensure that more Russian people are imprisoned. So they are literally creating a self-fulfilling prophecy where, as we will see, part of the reason why they feel that Russia is the king of the North is because they target Jehovah's Witnesses. But part of the reason why they're going to continue targeting Jehovah's Witnesses is because they are now preaching an explicitly anti-Russian message in a way that's very different from, like everywhere else in the world. My missionary uncle who lives in Gabon doesn't have to worry about preaching an anti-Gabon message, right? So it's kind of fucked up. The Falling Tower, who is awesome and whose videos are very good, $20 for children having to fight the King of the North. Yeah, no shit. Boy, I wish I had a mod who could put this shit on the screen, because it's very difficult to use my brain and also my mouth at the same time. That's tough for me normally anyway. Holy shit. It's Becky all over again. exJW Caleb, whose avatar rules. It's Caleb from Caleb and Sophia, but just like with stubble, so he's worldly and not a Jehovah's Witness. 100 flippin' American dollars. Thank you for doing this, man. Here I am, not even wanting to get out of bed. You went the opposite. We're half away. Well, my bed is very close, and I work. Where I work is like 2 minutes, 2 minutes from my house. So I didn't have to get that far out of bed. Where's John Mabel? Get your ass in here, young man. He wants to be a mod. The Real Taylor. What the fuck? I guess I don't know how to make people mods. I've been able to do this in the past. I would just like click on their name. Damn it. I am asking something that I actually I don't know how to accomplish. So that was a mistake on my part. I don't know how I managed to do this in the past, because I've only ever used StreamYard and it always let me do it. So, too effing bad. I know I asked you to be mods and I knew you were offering to be, but I don't know how. And I think it's impossible. So that's a shame. I'm just going to have to get good. I'm going to have to get good at streaming. Google it, says Jordan. Well, that I don't think is possible. I have a tab open with a Watchtower article. I'm streaming. I can't just also be Googling how to do things. That's unsophisticated. Whoa. Mentally diseased Germ. Thanks for the Copium. Much love to everyone affected by this. $20. Germ, one of my good buddies. And, if you're here for drama, if you're here for tea, we'll get to tea later. Put some cues in your back pocket, not QAnons, although I'll bring on a QAnon supporter and debate them. I'm a debate bro now. Don't you know that? Because I think I'll do Q&A later, because I don't want to talk about like depressing Watchtower prophecy stuff for like 2 hours. exJW Caleb, for some reason, insists upon being a legend. $50. You just made me feel bad because this isn't US dollars. No, I legitimately did not mean to make you feel bad, and I did not notice that they were pesos before, so could have fooled me. Kim Kilvio herself, being an absolute cool human being, $30.99. Thanks, Kim. Thank you for no hard feelings, by the way. I know I expressed some criticisms in my last video, so that rules. That is super cool to see. Like Kim and like Amanda too, like, they both, I know, had some issues with the video and, some of the things I said. And so the fact that they're still willing to like chip in for this and hang out is really, really cool. And it's very nice. It's nice to see that we can like disagree on stuff, or with me specifically, and still, be cool. Okay. Let me stop fucking around. Talk about some doctrine. I want to get into this. Why do we not have to worry? This is the question. Why do we know that Jehovah's Witnesses are wrong? Why is this not a big deal for Jehovah's Witnesses specifically? Now, it probably is in the sense that, you know, there are not all Russians are in support of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. There are Russian protesters right now who are like risking their lives protesting. So shout out to any Russian viewers out there. And, you know, Russian witnesses are in a really tough spot too for that reason. I don't know why the fuck I was saying that. I guess I'm already like experiencing alcohol brain rot. So this will be an interesting stream. But why do we know that witnesses are wrong? So part of the thing that we know, before I get into this, the Falling Tower, I think on Twitter actually mentioned this, if I'm remembering my Twitter people tweets correctly. He mentioned that like it's really frustrating that a lot of witnesses don't know their own doctrine, right? They see the phrase peace and fuck, there's another 5. Throw 5 in the pot. Somebody keep track of this for me. I just did the Trump hand gesture. They hear somebody say peace and security, which is an incredibly common phrase. And that is like, he said the thing. It's Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. But they don't actually know their doctrine. So let's go through this. I think I know this off the top of my head because I did a video on it. So it's kind of like burned in my memory now. But the thing that is supposed to happen for Jehovah's Witnesses, right, is there is the Great Tribulation has to come first. And for the Great Tribulation to come, which, by the way, is a completely indeterminate amount of time. That could go on for years. We have no idea. Before the Great Tribulation happens, the thing that is the starter pistol for the Great Tribulation is the cry of peace and security. Now, peace and security, the cry of peace and security is not just people in politics saying the phrase peace and security, because if that was the case, it would have happened like during the first presidency. Like peace and security is a very common phrase. And one of the reasons you could argue that Jesus even used that phrase is because he wasn't stating a prophecy, he was stating a truism that whenever people are saying peace and security, then destruction comes instantly upon them. That like, it's not that he was prophesying that there's going to be a time when the president or something says peace and security, and then like the fucking religion's banned. No. So yeah, it's me points out, didn't that already happen in the 80s? Yeah, there was a year of peace, and Watchtower is very proud of itself for not jumping the gun and doing what it used to do in the old days and just like say, well, this is it. This means Great Tribulation starting. But what is that? So the cry of peace and security is world conditions becoming so peaceful and so utopic or utopian. I might have made up a word there. I don't know. So utopian that people believe that religion, or not that religion, but that the world is actually a peaceful and secure place. It will be a thing that is declared that the majority of people believe. This is what witnesses believe. Now, nobody thinks that right now. Nobody thinks that we are living in times of peace and security. In fact, the reason why you hear like the Ukrainian president and the American president, I think it was actually like, I don't know if it was Kamala Harris. Somebody just in a speech the other day used peace and security, but they use it in the past tense, that they had peace and security, but they no longer do. So when witnesses come at you with, aha, they said peace and security, and or because this is happening, we know that the end is near. It doesn't. First of all, the end comes like a thief in the night. And this is a big fucking paradox that witnesses have, which is that they believe that they know the signs of the end, that they know when the end is going to come because they're going to be able to, you know, map out all of this stuff. But also at the same time, you can't possibly know when the end is going to come because it's going to come like a thief in the night. And as soon as you think you know it's coming, it isn't. So everything they say is bullshit. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah, this article is pretty nuts. So we know that they're wrong because they've always been wrong about everything, because their end time predictions don't line up. Like right now is 100% the time when Armageddon is not going to happen because things are definitely not peaceful. They are very bad. There's a lot of war. And what they want to see is a period of peace and security that the world agrees is happening. So that is not happening. The other thing that needs to happen is the United Nations needs to come together and, first of all, do anything, exert any kind of power. And they also need to come together and universally declare that religion is banned. That is so hilariously not close to ever happening in our lifetimes. Like, the evangelical base in the United States is critical, of course, but banning religion is essentially the same as banning thought. It is legitimately a thought crime because you can never you can't control what kind of weird religious beliefs people have in their brains. And as long as people are like hanging out in their house and talking, you can't prove that they were having a religious service of any kind. You know what I mean? Like, if you think it through, think what it would mean to ban religion. It would be impossible. This is why what you see are bans on like specific religions who preach a specific thing and who meet a certain threshold of like extremism, or like, you know, what Putin does, which is if they don't agree with the Russian Orthodox Church and do not explicitly affirm Putin, then that's extremist and they have to go. But it's hard to just ban all religion, because how do you do that? How do you prove that like just 3 people hanging out, having a cup of coffee are doing anything religious and not just, you know, chilling, having a conversation? I hope this is making any kind of sense. Checking chat to make sure that I'm not going off of the fucking deep end here, because it kind of feels like that. I already feel like my brain is dying. Now, to catch up on super chats real quick, Rook. Oh no, I can't read anymore. Briar Rook, $9.99. Love to see it. We also have, I know I saw another one down here. First Generation Apostates, $2. I'd love to help the trans kid stream. Yeah, I want to be able to like, what I want to be able to do is do like a video game stream, like just kind of chill, like do what I'm doing right now, but also be playing a video game or something. Because I just think that would be fun. I know we've got a lot of like exJW gamers and stuff, and I think that I would be able to like get it to appeal to, I don't know, like more people on Twitch or something, and get more donations for it. I also just love the name First Generation Apostates, right? Because we talk about how many generations in the truth we have, but that rules. Sarah Bowden, $20 super sticker. I love it. I love it because it reminds me of Paper Mario Sticker Star, which in my opinion is a very underrated game. We have another super sticker star. Lean on Us, £3, I believe. Is that what the L with the line through it is? Is that a pound? The Real Taylor continues to be awesome because as a trans person, they'd love to help out with that trans Twitch stream. Hell yeah. DM me on Twitter, videoed games. Yes, please. We love to see it. Also, like, help us out with your pronouns too, if you're gonna throw on a like a super chat or something, so I don't make an ass out of myself and say the wrong thing and be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm only mean to Lloyd Evans, and even then, you know, charitable as I can be. And I can't edit anybody's voice to sound funny on a live stream, so you can't get mad at me for that. Okay. Here's another reason why the King of the North bullshit is, in fact, bullshit and not an incredible game of 4D chess that Watchtower has been playing. Here's, yes, Real Taylor, great point. H Bomber Guy really took the idea that I would want to do and play some fucking collectathon like Donkey Kong 64 and then just play it for like 32 hours straight. Okay, so the fundamental thing that you have to accept as a Jehovah's Witness is that Jehovah, God, wants everybody to have a relationship with him, that he is all loving and that he especially is interested in poor, humble, uneducated people, unlettered and ordinary, I think is the phrase that shows up, right? So he wants that to be true. He wants people who are, maybe uneducated or just undereducated, even illiterate. There were unlettered people who served Jesus Christ, the Lord and King. So you have to believe that, but also believe that the only way you can understand the Bible is by treating it like a J.J. Abrams puzzle box. Like J.J. Abrams, Jehovah is like Jehovah Jesus Abrams. That's what the J.J. stands for. That was right off the top of my fucking head, by the way. That wasn't too terrible. So J.J. Abrams, a.k.a. Jehovah Jesus Abrams, apparently can't just tell people what the fuck's going on. He has to be like, okay, I'm going to sprinkle in some little mythological Easter eggs early on in season 1. I'm going to have the prophets find this hatch in the ground, but we're not going to know what it is until the New Testament. And then there's going to be a larger, more important thing that the hatch means in season 3, which is what I've now decided to call now the present. This is going great. I'm making a lot of sense. Whoa, My Little Pimo made an account. My Little Pimo is great. Been having great takes on Twitter, on Reddit, and good DMs to me. And I can't disclose what those DMs are. Are they sexy DMs? Wouldn't you like to know? No, I won't do that to you. Orient by the Sea, cool name, $5. It's a mistranslation. The original Hebrew translated as peace and security translates to when Bob Saget passes away. So we are truly in the end. No! That means they're right. I hate to see that. But I got to give it to them if that's true. They really did call it. Okay. Now, yeah. Helen, very loving of God to play mind games with us. Yeah, super cool. So yeah, on one hand, everybody can serve Jehovah. On the other hand, you need like a code. What do you call those? Are they called code books or a book code? Those things that are like always in spy movies where it's like, oh, they're using a code, but it's a book code. You have to like pull out a copy of Moby Dick, and if you read the right pages, you can translate the message. That's what the governing body are. You have to have like Cold War era spy shit happening in order to understand the Bible. So, does Jehovah want everyone to serve him, or does he only want a few lore masters on the fucking, lost subreddit to understand? I don't know. So, whoa, Juan, what's happening in here? $99.99. $99.99. I had a genuine brave freeze and did not know how to read the numbers. I'm really not drunk at all. So I think I'm just really nervous because I don't want to fuck this up. And 166 people are watching. Oh no. But Juan, who we have here? We got Juan, we got Caleb, and we got, I think it's Becca or Becky. I want to make sure I get the names right. But we have some real game changers up in here. We have Real Survivor Game Changers, season 36 of Survivor. You be the judge. I don't remember. Any Survivor fans in here? Because I want to start a Discord, but I want to know how many of my niche interests I can create subs for. I'm trying to find... God damn it. Why didn't I look into how this works before I started doing it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to blame StreamYard. And I'm going to blame YouTube. God damn it. Suddenly, somebody remind me of who the person's name was so I don't suck. Is my stream being hacked? Uh-oh. I don't know. If there's any hacky type stuff happening. I mean, there's my hacky jokes. But other than that, back in the day, get with it, Jenny. Get with it. I thought it was Becky. Yeah. Fuck me for forgetting the name of one of the true MVPs. Jake, you need to let me help you. I want to. jump on the screen. You have the link. Again, I don't know how to make you a mod. Oh shit. Well, I missed a very obvious joke. It was obvious to everybody else, but listen, that's not what this is about yet. Okay. Oh no, I got a text from John Mabel that said I could have added him as a co-host on my stream so he can help show comments and stuff, but I would have had to do it before the stream goes live. No, this is not important. This is in no way karmic retribution for me talking shit about Lloyd Evans having technical difficulties during his live stream. That is not happening. That's not happening. What's happening is me just playing this up for fun because I'm good at YouTube and I'm doing a good job. Producer Bob is available, just saying, yeah. Next time, this is going to be smooth. This is only like my third stream. Don't count. Don't check that. But hey, oh no. Listen, save your jokes for later. There will be tea. We'll get to some tea. But I want to do some copium with this Russia shit because I do think it's important, right? One of the things that is important about this, and one of the fundamental things that does not make sense, is the fact that there used to be another king of the North. So let's look at this. There is a chart. Is it this or is it the next article? Yeah. There is like a monster timeline that they released. Are we seeing this? It's insane. So imagine needing this to understand the Bible. Jesus, the great teacher who gave the fucking Sermon on the Mount or something. But apparently the best way to teach people is by massive convoluted timelines that involve Western history mostly starting in the 1870s. That's kind of mostly what the most important parts of Bible prophecy are about. Another thing you have to contend with is throughout the, tens of thousands of years of human history, the most important stuff is happening now when you're alive. And every civilization has thought that this was the case. Every civilization thinks that they're living in the most important time. And that's why there's end time predictions for every time in human history. And guess what? They all use the book of Daniel and Ezekiel and Revelation to do some Jehovah Jesus Abrams stuff and come up with an end time date. So like you have to believe this. Woo! That starting in the 1870s, Russell and his associates are the messenger. So it says the messenger in the Bible, but it's more than one guy. The Bible was being a little tricky with you. Here's another fun thing. The king of the North was Germany in the year 1871, if you're able to see this here. So this is a huge problem. The king of the North identified. Sorry, there's an arrow pointing. I swear it's Germany. I swear I didn't make that up? Question mark? Yes. Okay. There it is. I'm like, I did look this up while I was like on my lunch break at work. Okay. So the Anglo-American world power, is that a thing? I will leave it to you. And we have a special guest waiting in the wings. He chose a great time to do that. But I want to get this point out that what they claim, what you have to believe as a witness, is that the Bible did not just prophesy that there would be a king of the North and that the king of the North was Russia. That would be amazing if they could paint that out to be true. But the issue is they've already said that the king of the North was Germany, and they continue to believe that. They just believe that the role of the king of the North changed to Russia. Now, the big issue with this, and this was pointed out to me by, I think it was Pablo on Twitter. I say Pablo as if there's only one Pablo on Twitter. exJW Pablo. exJW on Twitter, Pablo. He pointed this out, which is now Germany is a part of NATO, and it is NATO who are united against Russia right now. So the former king of the North joined an alliance with the former king of the South to fight the current king of the North. Like, why wouldn't it? Yes, thank you. Jenny, as always, saving my ass. Pablo Parmigiano? Why am I trying to pronounce things that I know I won't be able to get? Let's bring in our special guest. It's Ben Foard.
Hello.
Is he on the screen? That's a good question. Probably not.
Can you hear me?
Hey, now you're a person.
And you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Excellent. Well, that's all that matters.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that you're not picking up on my mic. And if you are, too fucking bad, because my cat chewed through my headphones so they don't work. Ben, who the hell are you?
You know when, like, I don't know if anyone was, I'm just going to go straight into something.
Go into
when people, if you had something at the assembly or something, you know, when you're like backstage before you're about to go on and you're like the most nervous thing ever. That's how I feel like a minute ago. You're doing all this Bible talk, and I was like, oh my goodness.
I don't think that my nervous energy is coming through at all, but I'm glad that you're copping to some nervous energy. Ben Foard, one of the promising young activists in the community.
I thought we didn't use that word anymore, Jake.
Yeah, no, activism is canceled. We're content creators now.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel that's new and no one knows about. So go watch it. And
yeah, Ben thinks he's hot shit because his videos are doing better than mine. You know, for a time, there is a pushing. We are engaging in a pushing.
I'm king of the North.
You've got the king of the North and the South. You feel free to be the king of the North.
I speak German.
You are Soviet Russia. Well, or yes, you do speak German. So you are the king of the North from 1939 to, well, let's look at the timeline. From 1939 to, this is very interesting. Let me put this back on the screen.
God, look at this technology.
From 1939 to 1945. In 1945, it changes to Soviet Union and its allies. 1991, Russia and its allies. What are your immediate takes on this? And by immediate, I mean this article has been out for years, and you would have studied it when you were an active witness.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad that I prepared for this this interaction.
Yeah. I didn't give you any warning.
None.
All day.
I can't see the comments as well, so I feel like I need to open.
Oh, really? That's weird.
I found them. I found them. It's my bad.
Say, yeah. That much I do
really weird. Oh, look at all the nice people.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
170 people are watching your nervous ass.
How is the donations going, by the way?
It's going fucking amazing.
Is it?
We've had so many cool people donating money. We've had some hundos. We've had some 99.99s. We've had some people shouting out the Phantom Menace by giving 19.99. So we've had.
That was the intention.
That was the great invention of 1999, as we all know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I don't know if I should say this yet, and I didn't prepare you at all for this. I actually have some, maybe like a surprise gift if we get loads of donations.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You have a surprise gift?
Yeah,
I'm acting like this is a pre-prepared reaction, but I am actually.
You have no idea what I'm talking about. I didn't until I was like, oh, I better just like look and see if I've got anything interesting. And I was like, oh, I do have something interesting that I could share with people.
And this is a great time because obviously it is 5:08 p.m., which is the time when I eat my string cheese, of course. So you just do that.
Good. I'm mainly doing it to get out of answering the question that you asked me. so I'm having to use it within minutes of being on the stream. Interesting little tidbit for all the witnesses. The theme of this year's convention is Pursue Peace. I don't think that's been publicly announced yet, but you heard it here first, folks.
Scoops. We have scoops on this channel.
Right.
We're not fucking around here.
I did post it to Reddit like 5 minutes ago, but yeah, so I thought that would be an interesting little thing to talk about, because obviously that's prepared.
Like, right, because they would have already prepared all the outlines and all that stuff.
And it's interesting.
You just know that these smug bastards are going to be like, peace and security, more like, what? Who said that?
Yeah.
That's what I would say if that was my talk.
Yeah, I think like for instance, one of the things that they're going to talk about is like how the witnesses' view on COVID restrictions has been taken, like people saying, I don't need to wear a mask, but the broadcasting saying you should obey all the rules and you're not doing it. So that's their kind of like, peace is like just obeying what we say, basically. But it's, in the lunch break, everyone's going to be like, whoa, could you imagine, like, this is perfect timing and it's all about these events. And
how could they have possibly known about this thing that they talk about every year anyway?
Surprise. Yeah.
In my opinion, best comment of the evening so far, Stream Cheese. Yes. So, you may be added to the litigation, young man. GB is having a super important staff meeting right now to see if they can sue you for leaking this. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, to be fair, people just have to take me at my word. There's no evidence for anything I'm saying.
That's true. And we need faith, aka convincing evidence, according to the footnote. Here's my question.
Go for it.
Because we're on topic for sure. Our topic is Russia all hour. And we've been going for longer than an hour. But I was always bothered by the fact that they had like the scripture that talks about faith, being the assured expectation of all things hoped for, that the footnote said faith, aka like assured or convincing evidence. And so that would always be the thing to like share in the ministry. Be like, we don't think you should take things on blind faith. We should have convincing evidence. And I was always like, if you can render it as convincing evidence, then why wouldn't you just put that in the text? God damn it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, if that's just as convincing of a rendering of that verse, then why wouldn't you?
You mean because they change it willy-nilly anyway, so why not?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? If we're just throwing the name Jehovah.
You want me to respond on their behalf, or?
I demand an answer right now.
Okay.
Why did you do this to the Bible?
Well, when I was in the translation committee, one of the things we spoke about.
Hey, do you want? We can drop another exclusive on people.
Can we?
Should we? We could.
Oh, you want to do that?
We could. I hadn't thought about it, and we haven't talked about whether or not we should.
No, you do you. I'll support your decision-making abilities.
It's not that exciting, but me and Ben are, what can I say, friends. Okay. This is now
we should have spoken about this
consider myself
before.
to be his friend. The feeling is not mutual. We should be, no. You consider me to be a distant colleague, like somebody who works like 2 floors down from you.
Like when you go to the supermarket and you have someone like really friendly on the checkout who like gives you a little smile and you're like, they seem nice.
Yeah.
I have that kind of relationship with you.
You see me a couple times bagging your stuff.
You smile in your videos. You're a good human. It seems.
Thank you.
And that's the extent of it. I'm not going to go around to your house or engage in any social activity with you, but there's a chance I see you again.
Now, John Maple.
What a great comment. That should be.
If only fans. Okay. Ooh, the reviews are in. I'm only signing up for an OnlyFans if Jake grows his beard back.
To be fair, my friends actually messaged me before coming on the live stream. they knew in advance, and they said to tell you to grow your beard back.
I like looking like
be...
a smooth baby boy. I don't know what to tell you. I like to change it up. I like to have options.
Good. Well, I mean,
can I say what is nice about my beard is that it grows all around my face and not just weird under my chin. Unlike some people I could mention. Not you.
I don't know who you're referencing.
We'll see if chat gets that. Okay. Oh, the thing that we were saying, and by the way, before we announce this shit, there's an actually genuinely important thing happened, which is we got a $99.99 fucking legendary donation from Johanna Rowland. Hopefully this will help out any exJWs in need. Thanks, Jake, for doing this. Well, what I'm doing is rambling through a live stream where I don't know how to live stream. So the only cool thing that's happening is people donating.
And just for the record, like, do you want to repeat? Because I actually forgot where you're sending the money. That's
a very good point. We are donating to, and I will share this tab instead.
My bank account.
Yeah, my bank account. We're donating directly to Frida. No, we're donating to Voices of Children.
Nice.
Which is a charity that helps against trauma of war, kids who are affected by the trauma of war, specifically in Ukraine. So it provides psychological and psychosocial support to children. It's a very cool charity, and the link is in the description. So all of the like super chats for this and all of the ad revenue like through April or something is going to go towards that.
Good.
So even if you can't donate, even the fact that you're just here chilling helps because it like boosts the engagement and stuff.
Like, subscribe,
that's what I did
share.
in 2018 was I boosted my engagement to my wife. Now, $10 from Karaoke Buzz. The GB will be licking their lips on their whiskey with this war. I don't know why I decided to read it like this. Last day of the last days, final part, undoubtedly. Yeah, let's not forget. We are already in the last days of the last days.
Question.
Yeah.
I might have interrupted you.
No.
Do you
remember when we were going to reveal something?
Do you? Oh yeah.
We're gonna. This is
we'll circle back to that.
We're edging the audience.
Oh.
We have almost 200 people, by the way. I think
That's
if we
great.
announce this fucking anvil,
do you want to just do it? Just do it.
Oh my god!
I can feel that you want it.
Big announcement from me. I have switched over to this screwdriver that I made myself earlier. So we have orange juice and vodka, absolute vodka.
What time is it? Isn't it like the afternoon where you are?
No, it's 5 o'clock somewhere here.
Okay.
Now I started drinking at like 3:15. But that's not anybody's business. Okay. Now, we have been. We're edging him even further. Ruined orgasms tab.
So uncomfortable.
This is all going to be definitely a monetized video for sure. Eve 2.0, my good buddy Alicia. I'm at work, but I just had to pop in and say a quick hello while I have a moment to be quiet here. That rules. I'm so happy to see you. We have been doing a podcast, haven't we, Ben?
We have.
Has it been, rank it on a scale of 1 to 2 best experiences of your entire life?
I mean, leaving the witnesses, we all know, is quite traumatic.
Yeah.
I would say the podcast is up there, if not worse.
More traumatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having nightmares about having to do recordings with you.
And the thing about the podcast, the thing about leaving the witnesses, you only have to do it once. So you're traumatized that one time.
Right.
And you get to go through
therapy.
all the
it's over.
Yeah, you get some therapy, you go through all the motions of it. But with the podcast, you are re-traumatized like every couple of weeks when we record.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
And I do make it traumatizing, to be fair.
Yeah. But no, to be fair, it's been actually pretty all right. I'm pretty happy.
Actually pretty all right. This is high praise from Ben. This is about as good as you can expect to get.
Right. No, it's I'm quite happy with what I think there's some juicy content. Juicy content.
We're gonna put that on the fucking cover because we're gonna release it physically on vinyl, of course.
Yeah,
and that'll be on the cover. That'll be the pull quote. Yeah. So we've just been recording. We haven't released any episodes yet. We want to bank a few.
I was
we've
just
got like 4.
you're announcing this. Do we know when this is going live?
No, because we wanted to release a video first. It
we
can go live soon because
yeah,
I have
just look out for it.
a couple edited. That doesn't matter. Look out for it. We'll announce it. It's called Second School. We can say that.
What a great name.
That is a very good name.
It was mine.
I'm so glad I came up with it.
Shut up.
And I had the idea for the podcast too, which is amazing. So yeah.
I'm not getting drawn into it. Like a good country, I will not engage in.
Ooh, if he's running out of steam, let's see if he can pull
Yeah,
he's in a tailspin.
Can
he save it?
I'm just not going to get drawn into a conflict. I will just peacefully resolve this in my heart.
Another good backup name, if one of us
Backroom
kicks the other one out of the podcast, which is always at risk for happening, is the back room.
I mean, I don't know, but like, can you name an OnlyFans? Because that sounds like more of the.
Yeah, that sounds like the OnlyFans is the back room. Let me get ahead of this scandal. The reason why I shaved the beard, for the most part, is because it made me. I lost a ton of weight throughout the surgery process and recovering and everything. And the beard made me look even more emaciated than I was. Like it like highlighted the gauntness of my cheekbones in a way that actually looks a little better being clean shaven. I don't know why. And also I just felt like a grubby, the homeless person. I wanted to clean up my appearance a little bit. Like a good Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, I was trying to make some connection, but you did it for me.
This is what I do on the podcast. Ben fumbles for some
for sentences,
trying to make some kind of cogent argument, and I pull him out of the dire death spiral he's going through. No, it's a good podcast. Ben is mean to me. It's a good show.
And we've covered some pretty interesting topics, I think, so far already.
Yeah, we covered your mom.
This is what I have to put up with constantly.
No, I'm pretty nice on the show.
Yeah, in the show.
On the show.
Yeah, when the recording's going, and then afterwards I get abuse.
Yeah, fucking My Little Pimo. Now how do you feel? I made you feel like a piece of shit. No, it didn't really. I didn't mean to make anybody feel bad. That was maybe just even my mental perception of it. But to me, I just like saw myself in the shower one day, or not in the shower, like after getting out of the shower.
What are you
know how we all have
about?
huge mirrors in our showers? No, I got out of the shower and like saw myself and I was like, I look like a fucking skeleton. I need to change my face. So I did what I could. It's not great. It's not the face I want. It's the face I have. It's the face God herself gave me. So
I'm glad we addressed that.
Listen, we talk about scandals on this show. I talk about Beardgate 2022 and nothing else. Okay, what we're going to talk. Why did I have you on the show?
I feel like I was I feel like you've cut me up now. And I remember. So, question for you.
Oh, okay.
We're living through what is potentially, like, in all seriousness, an upcoming conflict and or war. Do you think the governing body, so this is the leadership of Jehovah's Witnesses, declares that we are in the Great Tribulation in the next year because of the events that may or may not unfold? That's
a really good question.
And the first cohesive sentence from me.
You've been doing great.
Thank you.
You've been doing better than me. You didn't see the first hour of the show where I was just like, I don't know how to click the button.
I literally tuned in for like a second while I was in a meeting, and you were like, I'm not drunk. And I was like, okay, that seems to be going well.
What does it say that I don't remember even saying that? Now, if you want to ensure that your comment gets on screen, you can A, donate to the charity, or B, you can say, not that, God damn it, the screen scrolled and I was going to put up a compliment. Well, fuck that. Somebody said I looked good. It's a lovely face. This is the kind of comment I want to see. Ben, a compliment for once in your life. Log into the chat and say something nice.
I mean, I'm really happy about your Mario poster.
Thank you. It's huge. My wife got it for me as part of an anniversary gift, and she didn't know that it was going to be so massive that it risks, structural damage to our house if I hang it up. So I'm figuring out what to do with this poster. But
on the floor.
here's what we're doing. Is we're going to answer your question, which
Thank
was,
you.
will they do this? I wonder about this. I think we've talked about this, like,
I think
through text
off
or something.
I don't think it. Yeah, I think off camera.
Off the record.
Yeah.
Kim
But
Silvio
now-
making demands, and I think that's fair.
Thank you.
So I don't think that they will ever pull the trigger on it. I go back and forth on this, but I lean towards them not pulling the trigger because they can never undo it. They can never say, just kidding, we aren't in the Great Tribulation. And because of articles like the Watchtower that we were looking at very thoroughly, exactly the way I planned earlier, they have outlined super specific scenarios and continue to get into the intricacies of these scenarios in terms of this is what is going to happen during the Great Tribulation. It is going to switch to a message of judgment. During the Great Tribulation, nobody will be able to, get on the ark, so to speak. Nobody will be able to come to and join the witnesses. And I don't think that, even though the preaching work is fairly stagnant, like it doesn't see a great deal of growth, I don't think they want to cut off that possibility, right? I don't think they want to lock themselves out of the possibility of converting people via door to door. So I lean towards they won't do it, but I also know that they love moving goalposts, and they could declare the Great Tribulation and basically keep everything as it is right now. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm going to push you on an answer. I'm going to yay or nay.
I'm pushing.
Yeah.
King of the North, King of the South.
Here and now, I want an answer. Do you think they do it? I'm going to say by 24th of February, 2023.
Oh, that's today.
Yeah. So in a year.
Oh, 23.
That's
okay, I missed the last part.
That's how years.
I was like, okay, so by the end of today, this is like a Cinderella situation.
But in a year's time, do you think they've declared the Great Tribulation?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Sounds like a no.
That's a no. That's a definitive hard no on the record.
Just
live.
took like 10 minutes to get there. Okay. I also think no, in all honesty. However, I do
the podcast. We pretend like we're arguing, and then we realize that we're
within the exact same. However, I do think that they declare the Great Tribulation in the next 3 to 5 years.
You think that's a likelihood that they'll do that?
Yeah, I'm definitely much more on the camp of it.
You used to be the opposite. I feel pretty confident that when we talked about this before, you were more in the camp of they won't pull the trigger on it because they can't go back on it.
I feel like you're projecting because
I know I just repeated what I said and put it in your mouth, but I am not.
You did
wrong. I'm not doing that.
And I'm pretty sure.
I hate to cut you off, but I just tried to take a drink of my water when the cap was on, so I just want to get ahead of that scandal. Watergate 2022.
I do think they declare it because, like you say, well, first of all, you're wrong. They can take it back. They can just say, no, we were wrong. Or maybe not even that, just some people misunderstood
has
what we
gotten
meant.
brighter.
Yeah. B, no one knows exactly how long the Great Tribulation is going to be, right? So they could declare it, and you're in it for another 20 years, theoretically.
But that seems like endgame stuff, doesn't it? That seems like
but put yourself in their shoes. They are in endgame, right?
Yeah,
if you
that's
believe,
true.
like I do, that they really believe this stuff, they are. They don't have to think long term because this is endgame. You know.
But they do think long term because they plan these building projects with 5-year timelines, and John's got some juicy Jonestown theory that he's just hanging on to, trying to edge us, like he's part of the Second School podcast. So I want to hear your gross morbid theory. Eve 2.0 says, I'm leaning more towards they might pull the trigger. Not yet, but I think they will eventually do it. But again, they need to pave way for a loophole first. I agree. I think they want to lay more ground because so far all they've done is double down on the existing narrative of like message of judgment and all this stuff.
But that could happen as well, I think. I think the only bit that needs to change is the concept of as soon as that happening, there's no hope for any more people.
I agree. I think they could do the message of judgment because it would not be substantially different from what they're doing now. It would just be putting the Armageddon message, front and center.
And it would be really hard to do that door to door. And like, that would be really difficult for witnesses. But because it's difficult doing that, it's my friend.
This is your friend?
That. Yeah, from university.
I didn't know you had friends.
I know. I think it may be my only one. But
wow.
But thanks for donating to a good cause, Ruth.
Is it Ada or Ada? Or Ada?
You've pushed me. I don't know.
I'm gonna push you on this. Oh my god. So not your friend. Some fucking person you met one time at the grocery store. Ruth Ada.
We are deeply good friends. More than you.
Okay. Do you think she can pronounce your last name or
This is why I don't do live streams. Okay. This was a mistake. I apologize, Ruth. We're going for coffee tomorrow and she's gonna attack me.
This is so exciting though, because not only because you're on the record being wrong about his name.
Pronounce her last name.
Yeah, but no. We have presumably a never JW here.
Yes, a never.
Whoa. We also had a never Mormon in the audience earlier. I noticed in my peripheral vision.
Are we not all never Mormons?
That is a great point. That is a very good point. Somebody thought they were some hot shit for saying never Mormon, but yeah, same here, buddy. You don't hear me bragging about it. Ruth Ada, $20. Lots of love to the both of you. Ben, you did not get a shout out from this person whose name you don't know, who you claim is your friend.
Well, I feel like both of you is a shout out.
Couldn't even say your name. Well, we'll see. Well, maybe you'll get a shout out later. Sound like shut up. You don't
See, I feel like, look, when we release this podcast, if
you meant to write the shit,
people are going to be on my side. They're going to see the bullying for what it is, and they're going to be, looking out for me. That's my hope and dream.
Yeah. Let's see what Kim Sylvia says. I think they will ramp up the fear with "We are waiting on Jehovah to guide us." Interesting. Yeah, they could also tease it. They could do what we do so well in this live stream and just like get people to edge out, like tantric prophecy, and just kind of see like, hey, we're just really trying to pray to Jehovah, but we got some stuff in the works. They could hint at things.
Yeah. I don't know. I really do think that they're going to call it, because I just don't think, especially with the timeline of the overlapping generations teaching, they
didn't buy themselves too much time with that, huh?
No. And so because they know they've got to change that at some point, it's kind of, I feel like you just double down at that point. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I mean, I was never in the governing body, despite what I lead you to believe. So who knows?
Yeah. Now,
I've just seen a horrific comment. I don't know if you see. It's not that one. No.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to say is that Anna Twink says tantric as if being scandalized, but her last name is Twink. So I think we need to consider what we're, throwing stones in a glass house and so forth. I don't know.
A lot of terminology going on,
right? It is a sex thing. I barely know what it is, but I got to be able to keep up with the kids these days.
We're clean and pure here. We don't deal with that kind of thing.
Here, let's see what Ray Samuel says. I get the feeling that Tony Morris, the turd, realizes they need to stop making crazy declarations on time. Yeah, I think he didn't like what Let said with the last. Yeah, I kind of get a sense that they're. I don't think they would all be on board. I don't think they would have the. I don't think the majority of people on the governing body would give the go ahead to like pull the trigger on great trib.
No,
the GT.
I don't know. I really do think it. I think it's because you're imagining it like, okay, that is the final downhill thing. Then.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas I see it much more like the opposite, or almost like as soon as that gets declared. Like anyone who's physically out, mentally in, they're coming back. They're going to freak out. People will freak out and go nuts about it. Bring all the people in, and you can just keep that hype going for. You could probably do that for like 20 years or so. That's an easy 20 years in the bag.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's like
That's my hot take.
buys them some time.
Yeah.
Rachel exJW has a good point, which is they would have to reinterpret the UN attacking and destroying false religion. I think that's true. I think they would have to be like, now that we have more likes, what we mean is that the state of religion has deteriorated so much, blah, blah, blah. Or something, you know, they would have to think of something. Here's another, this is a good prompt. Somebody wants us to move on, and it's My Little Pimo. It's, did you guys have to practice to learn to curse when you got out? I was super duper goody two shoes and never cussed. I cursed a lot when I was in, not like from the platform.
What?
Except when I needed to.
You
what?
What? You were
WHOTT?
F-bombs while you were a servant?
Absolutely.
No way.
100%.
Like in the privacy of your own home, you mean?
Yeah, not like to like my dad, but you know,
that's
but
so
you know what?
interesting.
Depending on who I was with, I could jokingly drop a curse word and people would be like, haha, it's funny to curse because it's.
You're one of those people.
I guess so. But yeah, I mostly wouldn't curse around other witnesses. But like if I was like driving or playing video games or something, I listened to a lot of comedy podcasts, which were obviously just like people dropping F-bombs all the time. And I just always, that was like legitimately a problem I had from the time I was in middle school, is I thought cursing was awesome. And I was like, you know, there's that phase when you're young where you like discover what curse words are and like all your friends in the playground like use the F word every other word because they think it's cool. I had that phase too, and I thought that cursing was cool. And then now I don't know. Now I just feel like I've been repressing these fucks all my life. Now I got to let them out.
This is a really interesting topic because I
agree.
Was a good witness and until last year. And I never did any, I really struggle with it. Like now, it doesn't bother me when people swear, but
you really don't though.
I can't do it. Like I did it, I think once on Twitter, and even then I was like, "Oh, this feels so wrong."
Yeah, but
and it was because
okay.
I was so mad. But like in speech, I tell you what, I use a mild swear word in German sometimes when something goes wrong, because that doesn't feel nearly as bad.
Yeah,
and it's not even.
You say Heil Hitler a lot.
Let's not start rumors. This is why we don't live stream.
Can we get some?
No, I say damp.
Let's get some fuck Vladimir Putin's in the chat, by the way. And if you have to say bleep, that's fine. Whatever is, you know, cool with your conscience. This is also exactly what I thought when you said what, by the way. What?
Now, I feel like this is abuse for being British. And I'm here
more
to say,
of this LE mentality coming out of you. You're the one being abused.
What?
And you should be abused for being British, by the way.
I feel like we need some kind of Anglo-American power situation where we can just be friends, you know?
We can be, but also
like best buddy friends, like more than the French and the Americans.
That's true. I can't abide the French. You know.
Like we're
unless they want.
I can't actually even remember the prophecy I was about to go into. I'm the horn and you're the beast, or how does it work? I'm the eyes.
We're not helping the OnlyFans rumors at all.
What?
By being like, welcome to the horn and the beast.
Oh, I'm gonna get so much abuse for this.
Now, are you willing to stick around for a little bit?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
have the donations just completely dropped off since I got here? Is that what you're referring? Go away.
I did notice that there were people stopped giving money the instant they saw your money. No, that's not true at all. We got like a $99 donation. We got a $20 donation.
Oh yeah.
We got a $5 donation. Actually, I don't know if I put this on the screen, so sorry for that. Toonie Evans. See, the King of the North is.
Thank you for the donation.
Exactly. Let me know, by the way, if I missed any other super chats. And hey, Anna Twink back with £5. Is that right? Check my.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't. That. It was we
have a resident.
£5.
Quids. Is that 6 pence?
A fiver.
I enjoyed your review of The King of the East, Governor, and German swear words are the best.
That's my like chimney sweep from Mary Poppins.
Who was played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is...
Did he do that accent in that movie?
I actually haven't seen it. It's one of the few Disneys I haven't seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, no.
Next podcast, that's free content. We already talked about what we're going to talk about next time.
True.
But in my opinion, half of it should be dedicated to Mary Poppins Return, starring Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Ruth,
really calling my bluff here. Love you, Ben, my
Look
fellow
at that.
Brit and Bessie. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
But, I didn't actually get to read Anna's comments. I feel bad. I enjoyed your review of The King of the East, and German swear words are the best. Our Anglo-Saxon words are cool. French swear words just sound wrong.
I don't know any. Do you know any French swear words?
I
don't know any French words. Say again.
Omelette du fromage.
Okay. No is
omelet with cheese.
Answer.
Anybody who's seen Dexter's Laboratory is very aware of what that means.
That got cancelled in like the early 2000s, surely.
Yeah. And guess who was alive in the early 2000s? Me, watching cartoons. Omelette du fromage. He wants to like learn to speak French, so he listens to like this book on tape, and it gets stuck on omelette du fromage. And when he wakes up, that's the only thing he can say. It's great. Good show. I strongly recommend. Somebody says we missed a comment from Kim.
No, whoa. There's no we here.
Ben,
I don't know what you're doing.
You missed a comment.
No.
I bring you on for the explicit reason of putting comments on the screen, and you failed.
Can I do that?
So.
Can I pick comments?
I don't know. Try it. Click on a comment.
No.
Click one that's mean to me if it makes you feel better.
What do you do? Just left click on something?
Just left click it.
Yeah, no,
there's like a little plus. Anything. Okay, see, for me, there's like a little plus sign that shows up. I'm scrolling up.
For me, there's a little plus sign.
Got a pretty good plus sign on my end, Ben. I don't know what you got over there. It's pretty sweet. Oh, I am so sorry. I thought we did put this on the screen. Kim Silvio,
again.
30, Ben, I thought you had this under control, but apparently you didn't. Kim Silvio, 30.99. Well done, Jake. Such a good cause, and absolutely is 100%. My fault.
Do you want to remind people just for the newcomers?
Yeah, let's reset. This is very helpful, actually. Wait, I want to see this. French swear words is just saying "pardon my French" and then swearing normally. I like that.
That is good.
Pardon my French. Fuck Putin. Yes, if you're just joining us, the charity that we are donating to, all your super chats and the ad revenue. Oh, this is big. This is the comment that I apparently missed, and I legitimately can't see. It might have been flagged by chat, or like the kind of like auto filter. It might have been filtered out or something. But
this is why I don't do live streams.
Kim is putting her money where Ben's mouth is.
Do we have evidence that this was said? Because I'm not doing nonsense like that for no reason.
There is, in fact, being immediately contradicted by Miles. But I think that if you do say it, that John Maple should have to.
Someone should have to.
I think John will donate $100 if you tell me to fuck off.
How
about I will do it? I'll just compile all of my accidental Trump hand gestures. We'll just call it an even hundo. You missed that, but I was accidentally doing like this thing.
Sorry, I'm just like rapidly retreating into my turtle shell.
No.
Can I just fake
Stop
an
being a
internet
member of the Turtle
outage or something?
Come right back out.
Great. So, to witness rule.
People are saying there is conflict, and I hate to cause divisions, as we all know. I would never divide the community on anything. But
controversial.
What the fuck is this? I'm so glad I read the whole comment. Had me in the first half. Coif, by the way.
I feel like we do need more abuse.
COIF is I believe, a French word. That might be a curse word.
You speak Spanish, don't you? Yeah, you do.
A bit.
Do you know any in Spanish?
I really don't, other than like punta, which is bitch. I don't know anything else.
What, say again?
I really don't like saying bitch in
B or a
English at
P?
all. I don't like saying that in
Well, you
Spanish.
just did it like in 2 languages, so obviously not that much.
Crap! Okay, well, there are mixed.
This is getting so
There's a
good.
lot of conflict
There is.
happening.
I'm picking up on that. Yeah.
As to whether or not Kim challenged Ben to tell me to fuck off.
Should I look through? I'll look through the comments.
You'll look through. Okay. I want to do I've never done Q&A, like a Q&A stream. Oh, actually, Ben, would you mind taking over for like 2 minutes? You can just throw comments up on the, or actually you can't.
I can't.
But you can read them with your mouth.
Can you give me like admin rights or something?
I legitimately, actually, I might be able to do that. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
I can kick you out or ban you from the studio. And I can edit your name. Now that is interesting.
No. Don't do it.
I won't do it.
Great.
I have to.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You go. I will look after everyone.
2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem. Right. We can unsubscribe now and go to my channel and everything will be fine. So this is really uncomfortable because I don't even know how to live stream or I would be highlighting all the nice comments. Thank you, Eve 2.0. So how is everyone? We're trying to raise money for a charity that I've forgotten the name of, but it's for children in Ukraine. So all of the money donated through super chats goes there. Everyone's just leaving. I think It's Me's going as well. How's my course? Thank you. This is nice. Yeah, the course is going well. Thanks. Yeah. I'm in semester 2 of 8, so early days, but it's going well. I've just so many comments, but I've just signed up for another course that I got a scholarship to, which is really fun, on section 4. People have started asking about my life. They're more interested in me than you are.
I did say to start asking questions before I left, but it's probably just because they love you so much.
They do, yeah. Although I think at least one person just left straight up because no, not doing this. Some British guy.
Oh, by the way, I have gotten photographic evidence that Kim did say that. Somebody
Oh no. Oh, I should have said something. I should have said it while you weren't there. Then I might.
I can't believe that you didn't.
No, I did. I just told everyone to unsubscribe and to subscribe to my channel.
No.
Yeah, but we know no one listens to me.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to let's see if we can get some Q's and A's. Did you answer how your course is going? Your one course that you do?
Started to. Yeah. It's no, I might. Well, good that you ask. I've let's talk about me, shall we?
That's what I want.
No, so I'm studying computer science at university. That's going really well. I decided that probably wasn't enough, that and YouTube and all of this other stuff. So I signed up to a brand course with section 4 that I got a scholarship to, which is really great, with a professor.
Explain what that is to me.
So it's a professor of marketing at NYU has a specific course in brand strategy. So like small companies, how to deal with disasters. Let's say you have a small business, maybe a YouTube channel, and things start going wrong and there's some controversy, how to deal with that kind of thing. How should you manage situations like that?
This course.
100%. So that's starting in a few weeks on top of uni. And I'm also tomorrow just going to start a little YouTube course as well, so that I don't end up like making random videos where I've got a Super Mario poster like sat on the floor behind me or something, you know?
Yeah, what you'll do is you'll just like have a blank room with some like hospital cot behind you.
Just got like a blood bag or something.
Whatever, the one shelf.
I quite like this though. I find this quite good. This was
the
just
shelf
here.
is good. I mean, listen, this is all shitty furniture that we have inherited, and you know, this room gets absolutely zero effort put into it. So that's going to change once I hit the big leagues. Continue.
I look forward to that. Yeah, so there's tons going on, tons of courses, which is why there's been no videos for ages on my channel. But in summer, I will pick that up again and start the content wheel. And we're also doing, as is now public knowledge, the podcast on the side. So we've got a couple of episodes in the bag, or a few. And whenever that gets released, that will be more nonsense from me as well.
The people want more Ben. I can't deny it.
This is really fun. I don't think this is interesting now that I've started talking about it. But for part of my computer science degree this year, I have to have a big project that I submit, and it's like the whole year is about this project.
So you'll get your degree this year, huh?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No. I get to start the degree anyway.
Okay.
But my project is I'm making a website for my YouTube stuff, and it's going really. I'm coding it all myself, and it's quite exciting.
Oh, really? So you're not going to squarespace.com?
No.
I don't know why I said it like it was.
No, well, if it is, no, I would never go there.
Fucking garbage like Squarespace.
No, yeah. So put in that HTML and CSS to good use. Yeah, cool. I don't know how to change it, Kim. Can I change it?
His name?
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can change your name. If you can change my name, we're gonna have quite a battle happen. We'll have more pushing from the King of the North and the King of the South.
Thanks for the heads up.
In the meantime, while you're changing your name like a coward, we have a real brave hero, psychologist Rachel. Which, by the way, if you're a real psychologist, I would love to pick your brain about brains.
I would love it if you could sit down with Jake for a while. There's much I need to know.
Please sit down with me and help my brain be better. The Phantom Menace year itself, 1999. Thank you for supporting a genuine charitable organization. Yes, we remember how we used to think that we were doing charity when we were part of Watchtower.
More charity than I ever did as a charity.
And I feel like I did the opposite of charity for my entire life.
Interesting thing on that. I wanted to. Are we talking about anything serious? I don't know.
No, I'm just asking people to ask questions, and they don't care about me, and they only care about you. So it's fine.
I'm happy. JW.org is updated, so that's the official website of Jehovah's Witnesses for.
Oh yes,
who may be watching.
Your friends and that one person who thought they were special for being a Never Mormon, like most of the human race.
And their front cover is "How Does God View War?"
Yeah,
and it was really interesting to look at that in my new like non-JW glasses. Of this is kind of a little bit. I'm gonna say sick in that, like, where other organizations, it's charities, let's say, because they're charities, they're trying to raise money and help Ukrainians right now. And even as we know, Jehovah's Witnesses are never going to do that on their front page. But even as the organization, they're not putting on the front cover, hey, here's the disaster relief committee that we set up this morning, and we've got 20,000 brothers out of Ukraine. All of it is going straight to, what does God think of this? You should become a Jehovah's Witness. And I found that a little bit upsetting, to be honest. I there's over 100,000 Ukrainian Jehovah's Witnesses. And to this point, you don't know anything about their situation.
No.
Or what's going on. Of course, they have a disaster relief committee, but that will have been set up, but no updates. And it takes them forever to. Maybe you get like a sentence or two tomorrow, but they had time to update the website to point you to why Jehovah's Witnesses are right. Do you know what I mean?
I need to grab something. Alicia reminded me of something important. So Ben, talk to your fans for a second.
Okay. Just trying to keep the stream on topic, and it's not working. Let me read some of these comments. Hey, Jake, you hinted once you wanted to talk about Anakin Skywalker and being a Jehovah's Witness. I think I understand the charge. I don't know where he gets his ideas. They're just... Oh, I can say it now. I should say it now. Okay. Ready? You're just going to do it. We're not going to think. And people are going to donate money for good... Guys! Yeah, go away. I was about to swear. Just go. life.
Real fans know this is the fish paddle. I genuinely meant to put this up at the beginning of the stream and I completely forgot. Now, Ben claims to be my friend, but not enough to know about the fish paddle. So I'll explain.
I
it
literally
to
have
him.
no idea what's
No. I used to have this hanging from the door that was in the background in our old apartment.
Okay.
And anytime I would do a stream, people would ask, what is with this weird fish paddle thing? And it is a thing to attract cats. It's a scratch pad that you hang from your door. Bo, what's this? Come up here. Come here. He's coming up. Come here.
Is he? Do you even have a cat? It's all in his head.
Here's Bo. Bo likes to hang out when I stream and record. But yes,
he plays good piano as well.
He plays really good piano. I can't believe I caught that on camera. That was amazing.
That was a good catch, yeah.
And yeah, Germ, mentally diseased, got me a backup because it was lost in the move. So yes,
a backup cat, or a backup of the fish thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We lost our fish paddle,
Got
but
it.
Germ for Christmas got me one. It's pretty great.
That is nice.
So pretty awesome. Sorry, you were talking though. You're about to like curse me out or something, and you.
I was going to try and swear while you weren't there, but
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You want me to like cover my ears or something?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll.
I'm sure
someone in the comment will reference something that was hanging on your door once, and you'll have to go find it.
Listen, we have questions. Now, one question that was asked by Alicia was, "What you drinking?" You have something, Ben. You might have answered this when I was out, but you
No, I'm drinking lemon San Pellegrino, non-alcoholic, because it's 11 p.m. on a school night.
That is the reason why you should be drinking. You are in college and it is 11 p.m.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I made myself a screwdriver because I had.
I don't know what a screwdriver is. Can you? It's obviously a cocktail.
Yeah, if you let me fucking finish my. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a. I like. I just had some orange juice and I had some vodka and I was like, "This is a thing, right?" And I looked it up and that's a screwdriver. So. And we don't have any clean like glasses, so I just put it in my Mr. Right mug.
Is that all it is? Vodka and orange juice? That does not sound.
Sounds like there should be more to it, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
I thought the same thing.
Great. But you're enjoying it?
It is. It really just tastes like orange juice, which I love. I drink it every morning. Which governing body member do you think the other governing body members like the least? It's got to be Tony Morris, right? No, I think David Splin. He seems like a snooty, smarmy kind of, like he has a real way of like talking down when he like gives talks and stuff. And I think he probably takes that same demeanor. You know what I mean? Like he comes across like a know-it-all, like, I'm going to tell you about some prophecies and bring out my whiteboard.
And I don't know if you're going to know this, but correct me if I'm wrong. He is on the writing committee, correct?
Ooh, I don't know that.
Okay. I feel like that's true.
I think you're right.
If it is, then I agree with you. Because I feel like everyone, even when I was in broadcasting department, everyone hates the writing committee.
Really? Why is that specifically? Because they're writing shit?
Well, I was going to talk about this in a video, but...
Oh, okay. Well, then don't.
No, it's fine. It's just, it's basically because like the teaching committee were like, in like JW world, the teaching committee are the liberal, pushing things forward, new ideas, we're cool and we're awesome, videos. And the writing committee are, no, we hate beards, we want everything the same, Watchtower. And it's kind of this like gentle politics of it all. And so just because of the views, everyone kind of hates the writing committee because
interesting. Yeah, because they're one of the ones who put the doctrine in writing. And then once it's in writing, then it's like, then it's out there. Yeah.
And I think you can almost, if you think about it, sit down and see that as well. Like the workbooks are all under the teaching committee and they tend to be a little bit not a lot, but a little bit more cool, or they're not
Yeah.
so rigid.
They're more like
as a
modern
Watchtower.
and
exactly
flashy,
Yeah, which is a completely different department. So that's a really interesting.
That's
little
interesting
tidbit.
because yes, like the magazines and publications are still very stuffy.
Yeah, and magazine for Ruth, the magazines you study at the weekend in your meeting, and the workbooks you study during the week at your meeting.
Yeah. Now, I don't know what this refers to, so this might be a dead end, but I'm going to throw this up here just in case you know what she's talking about. Do you think Watchtower will claim these new Scandinavian rulings against Watchtower? Is the King of the North starting to flex too?
No.
What are the Scandinavian rulings against? Oh, the lack of the removal of charity status.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I just took my brain a second.
No, I don't think they do. I think
that they will want to make sure that nobody knows about that.
Agreed.
I'm obviously, Norway will know about it, and like people within. Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I wouldn't know it unless it was like on the front page of the New York Times or something.
But even then, like people, like if there's a scandal in your country, the branch kind of tells the elders, "Hey, tell everyone not to look at this stuff." So I feel like
yeah, okay.
Like that happened even in this country. Whenever there's like a weird documentary, I say weird, an expose, like an out there documentary for witnesses,
right?
The elders will be like, "Hey, that's going to be on BBC, so just remind
really,
them."
You would get letters from like the branch about that stuff.
Well, I was never an elder in this country, but it was certainly something that they did. They went around, at least in the congregations I was in, and made sure that people knew that it was on, but not to watch it in a strange kind of typical
great
JW
strategy.
Yeah.
There's something in this box. Don't open and look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Yeah. So this is the kind of question that I love to see.
Oh, I was talking about this while you were gone.
Were you really?
Well, I say talking. I think I read it, and that was it.
Oh, you hinted once you wanted to talk about Anakin Skywalker and being a Jehovah's Witness. I had a similar childhood connection. I want to hear your thoughts. Yes. So I did mention that offhandedly. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, there was a little bit there. Like now with hindsight, I realized that I would have periods where I would be more out of sync with the truth, like where it wasn't working for me, like the doctrine and stuff. I would feel myself doubting or just not connecting with it. I don't think I ever saw it as doubts really, but just like, I don't know if I'm feeling this. But I would always like think about Star Wars, and I would think like, that's like, I would liken Anakin not getting appointed to the Jedi Council, or getting appointed to the council but not being granted the rank of master, as like him being salty that he wasn't given the title that he wanted in the congregation, like a servant not being appointed to the role of being an elder, which that was not anything I ever had a problem with. But I would think like, this is, I made an analog in my head, like, yes, there are issues with the organization, like there are issues with the Jedi Order, but the Jedi are still better than the Sith, the dark side, which is obviously the apostates. Now, obviously, I just like Star Wars because it's cool. Space wizards fighting. I don't have any kind of theological connection to it, but other than that, I think the Force might be real. We'll get into that another time. Not really. How about you? Did you have like Star Wars, like JW connections? Because you are a Star Wars fan.
I'm a true Star Wars fan in that I don't like The Last Jedi.
Please don't invite Last Jedi fights into the comments of this video.
Yeah, no, I had almost the exact same thing. I mean, I didn't think about it too much, but it definitely was I had that fear of like, the world's a bad place and you're being misled. And so I didn't think of it like, oh, not getting the rank of master. He's what's the word? He's frustrated that he didn't get what he wanted. I viewed it more like the Emperor is kind of Satan, and he's like trying to make the world seem cool. And so like, like he was trying to make the dark side look. They had lightning and stuff, and they have the Empire, and it's looking good, but actually it doesn't work out in the end. But then he comes back. Don't worry, he comes back, but then he dies again. And Yeah, so I definitely was a thing where I was like, am I being misled? But yeah. I'm with you in the trailer for. But I don't subscribe to the Last Jedi nonsense. Attack of the Clones is obviously the best episode.
We can agree on that. We can agree that Attack of the Clones is number 1. Everything else is a distant number 2. Everything else is number 2. We agree on that too. But it's in terms of where you rank your number 2s.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
I think what I said made sense. Well,
Ben.
This is too broad of a question.
That's the juicy stuff, mate. Have you seen I have not seen Marcus's channel, so feel free to abuse me for that. But yeah, there's tons of stories, to be honest. I don't know.
I thought it's me.
I knew you are drunk.
Came back to insult me.
I can't think of any like really quick ones that I can tell.
Wow, you missed your chance to curse for Kim.
What? Why is it not happening now?
She said, "I have to go. Your last chance," and you missed it.
Oh no! When was that?
A few minutes ago.
Oh, so she might still be here. If you're still here,
we may have started.
Put something in the chat, and I'll just straight up do it. I will just go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll just.
I don't think I could say it to you. I would feel too bad because I'm a good friend. And friends don't say that to each other.
Stop it. Fuck you, Jake. Are you changing my name? I feel like you're
I'm typing an email.
A complaint. You don't have to be. I feel like it was probably all for nothing now anyway, because everyone's gone and no one cares.
Everyone's
Greetings
really
from Austria.
For 150 people watching, you say these really abhorrent, slanderous, libelous even things to me.
I'm just ignoring you straight up now. Darth Vader. Oh, Darth Vader. That's funny.
Orient by the Sea is on fire, by the way. Yeah, I agree. That Ben is bad association.
This is horrific.
Listen, I'm probably gonna have to wrap it up by like what time? Like 6:30. We got like a half hour.
You want to translate that into any other time zone that may or may not be?
No, within 30 minutes.
Yeah,
human time.
Thank you.
Basic. That's the language in Star Wars. The like English language in Star Wars is basic.
Is it?
Yeah, in the books and stuff.
Oh, in the books and stuff.
You're thinking of Arabesh, which is like the written language.
No, I'm thinking, isn't it like New Republic Standard or something? Isn't it something like that?
No.
Have I made that up?
You have made that up. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Look at my bookshelf, sir. Who are you talking to?
Okay.
That's right. Ball's in Kim's court. Although Ben did.
I did it. Yeah.
He did do it. Holy shit. Kim really did it. Oh my God. Kim, that's incredibly generous. Well done, Ben. Thank you for spending time to raise money for the cause and helping people have a place to regulate emotions given the recent events.
To be fair, I don't know if
and thank
your
you,
channel is the place
for allowing
emotion.
Somebody who curses him out on stream to, come on the fucking channel. Yeah. What is this, by the way? I feel like my books were mocked. Ben
no, it's not your books.
Was
it's
like,
all the books.
I love the X-Men, and then doesn't know any of them. I said like Wolverine, and he's like, I've never heard of that before.
Can you stop with your apostate lies?
I mean, you'll have to listen to the podcast. It's all on tape. It's all public records in the future because we haven't released any episodes yet.
We've just been lying for all anyone knows. We haven't even done a podcast.
We just keep on digging like bigger holes. Like we've recorded like 20 episodes. We're going to release tomorrow. Wow, Kim, though, for real, that is awesome.
Yeah, good job, Kim. And to everyone who's been donating.
Ben is acting like he's too afraid to curse, but he says that to me like every day. Anyway, through text.
I'm getting a little bit better through text. I don't do it every day, but I think I've probably said it to you like a couple of times on text.
You have. This is him, by the way. This is exactly Ben. And I think
we're back to the bullying, aren't we?
In front of God and everyone, you need to admit that this is true.
It's 100% true. They're great movies.
Wow.
Don't read the comics.
Wow.
I feel like the world would be a better place if people could just accept that I'm right, or that or that you're allowed to
say that all the time.
You're allowed to like what you like, you know? I'm not taking it away from Jake. He likes to read all the crappy little books.
I can't defend the books, really. I mean, but I do read them.
But they're not canon, right? Are they
What's
canon? The Star Wars books. I don't think they're canon anymore. I mean, the new ones obviously are, but
yeah, there's like legends. So all of the books before, The Force Awakens are now
Disney.
Legends. Yeah. And some of them you can kind of, but like I don't know. They're all just fun to read, and they're all not the movies. And as long as it's not the movies, or I guess the shows now too, it's always kind of subject to change. Like George Lucas did not care about the books. Like the idea of what the Clone Wars were in the books was totally different before Attack of the Clones. And then after Attack of the Clones, they had it. They had it as canon that the clones like chose to turn on the Jedi. And then he changed it in the Clone Wars cartoon to be that they had chips implanted in their heads. We don't have time to get into this.
No, I just imagine like someone being like, oh, there's Jake, the exJWs witness. He's raising money for charity. And it's like, so the Clone Wars, they used to be this, but now
this
there's
is
a chip
about
in their brain.
the Ukraine. This is about the conflict.
Humanitarian crisis.
We want good vibes. We don't want sadness. We have enough of that. Now, this is the one bun. Getting into the tea. And Ben, you can answer this question. I'm totally kidding. Thanks for your last video. Interesting that it was the only one Lloyd commented on so far. Why do you think that is? I don't know. I think it's because he probably figured it would get more views than like kind of smaller channels. Like, I don't know. My channel is pretty small too. I don't have that many subscribers. So I guess I don't really know. Because I don't know. I don't really know why he commented on it. I don't know why he commented on it in particular.
I don't even comment on your videos.
Yeah, Ben hasn't bothered. I asked him, like, what'd you think? And he was like, it was fucking sucked. And then
that's not far from the truth.
No, he said it was like he's like, it was fine, period. And then ghosted me for like 6 hours.
It was I'm not getting
not sure. I'm totally lying.
I'm getting into it.
Totally lying. Ben is a good friend, and I am sometimes a big baby. Often, you can probably tell. I read Star Wars books. I'm literally a child. Yeah, I don't know. I think the weirdest thing to me about the fact that he commented that comment is the fact that I had like several montages dedicated to making fun of those types of comments. So I don't think he really watched it, because I do think if he had watched it, he probably would have thought better of posting that comment. But I don't know. It is a little weird. Hey, this is kind of making Ben's point. Why are we talking about the Clone Wars?
Thank you, Alejandro.
Just joined. Yeah, I am so sorry.
See, this is exactly what I knew this would happen. Like, and you've changed my name again, trying to stop.
Oh no! What did we disagree on, Juan? I don't remember disagreeing on something.
Bye, Juan.
Huh? I don't remember disagreeing.
Just so you know, he's Catholic now.
Oh.
Does that help?
Well, that might be the thing we disagreed on. Because I'm not. No? And the big thing that I disagree on is I don't think Juan's a Catholic. And I DM him this every day. I'm like, you are not a Catholic. It drives him crazy. Dave Filoni,
it's gone so down.
This is the kind of comment I want to see on this
my goodness.
Russia and the Ukraine stream. Dave Filoni bringing Legends back into canon the same way Putin is trying to bring Ukraine back into the USSR. Oh my God, he brought it back. He tied it all together. Thank you, Natifant. Is that a play on elephant, or is it like Nate P Hant, and P is the middle initial. We don't know.
Ben, do we have
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, good point. On Twitter, it's equal opportunity stuff. Sorry, I'm reading these things really fast.
Yeah. I don't have any control over this, so I'm like trying to.
I know.
Yeah, I'm helpless here.
Hey, we have a good themed donation. JW review Don Maple, as he prefers to be called, 607. Now, I gave a challenge at the beginning of the stream, which is that the ultimate Watchtower donation would be $144,000.
You're just setting the standard.
I'm just saying, you can forever dictate my content.
I mean, if you're going to do it on a charity stream.
Oh, of course. Yeah, well, I guess it wouldn't go to me. So wait, no, you can't dictate my content. No, that'd be pretty real. Woo! It's me coming at you with $50, not for hookers. Just saying.
Donations.
This is fantastic. We just have so many good.
Do you want to?
John Von Maple. I like that better. I think he should change his channel name to John Von Maple.
Do you want to remind people what we're raising money for the last few minutes?
Yes. For those who don't know, the one bun was in the Vice documentary. Asher. Right? I hope I got it right. I don't want to pull a Ben and get your name wrong on stream.
Stop it.
Good question from. Now, see, listen, people criticize you for
Austria.
taking Star Wars comments, but we have Darth Vader here. Here in Austria, we have agreed to take in refugees fleeing Ukraine. Do you think JW Borg will open kingdom halls in Poland, Romania to help refugees find humanitarian shelter? Ha ha ha. You know what? No, but they did. Here's the thing.
Go.
People noted that they opened up some kingdom halls as COVID testing centers. But I am pretty positive that they did it for local congregation.
In which country? In the US.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go as a worldly person to go and get tested at Kingdom.
Just like you can, because some churches would open themselves to it.
Wow.
And I'm almost positive that it's because they got some kind of like money from the government. They got some kind of kickback in the same way that, they got that free food to hand out to members.
Yeah, that I see this, about this obviously, but for the normal people in Europe, we have no idea what that is. Like, so as far as I'm aware, no kingdom halls in Europe did that. Definitely not in Germany or in England.
Yeah, purely an American thing. What was happening was because of the COVID pandemic, there were, how to describe it? So like a lot of food suppliers had a lot of excess food that they had manufactured or grown, and couldn't send anywhere because of restaurants closing down and things like that. So instead, the government had a kickback program and basically offered to send this stuff to what's the word?
Non-alien?
Yeah, non-aliens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing where you don't make profit. Non-profit.
Charities?
You know who's non-profits are Watchtower, am I right? I mean, and that's the point of the stream here, guys. Watchtower, not profits. They don't know what the fuck's going on.
To answer the question, like very categorically, though, there's no way that happens.
I don't think so. I don't think unless there's any kind of incentive given to them by the government. Now, I could see them using kingdom halls as refugee centers for Jehovah's Witnesses. And I do think that they have done things like that for natural disasters.
Well. Yeah, agreed.
And I think that's just even on a local level. Maybe like elders can make that call, like, "Hey, we got these displaced people out of their home." I don't know, but I don't see why not, right?
Yeah.
So that could happen, but not in the sense that like Austria is accepting refugees from Ukraine, and there is like
not in the sense that I'm a Ukrainian fearing for my life. I rack up to any neighboring country, show up at Kingdom Hall, and they will provide me shelter. That's
Right.
not happening.
I think basically no way. Hey, Kimberly Ferris says something nice about me. That's the real takeaway from this stream, right? $4.99 from Kimberly Ferris. Thanks.
Good job, Kimberly.
Oh, for the kiddos, yes, because this is the charity that we're doing is Voices. This is going towards kids in the Ukraine, helping them deal with the trauma of war. Thank you, Jake, for having such a big heart and doing this. Well, thank you. I don't know. I think, as has been demonstrated, I have a cold, dead heart, especially towards Ben. But occasionally, I can emulate human emotion and pretend to care about things. No, I care about shit. I don't know. I don't know how to talk about compliments and things.
Yeah, it's definitely not the screwdriver.
The only thing, no, I will say, I know how to respond to sarcasm and snide comments, but not nice comments. And that's why we're friends. Or
that's why I just don't give them to you. So. Yeah.
So this has been a super cool stream. I think I got probably about 10 minutes left, and then I'll have to hop off and do my husbandly duties and get something ready for dinner or something. Yes, link in the description. Thank you for mentioning that.
Someone's on the ball. If I had admin right, I could be looking after this whole thing.
I know. Next time for sure. I'll get all this sorted out beforehand, and we'll have people.
I thought this was a professional production I was joining. No.
Yeah, that's right. We're still on.
We could be one of those cool YouTube people who do like 48-hour streams.
I would love to be a debate bro. I'd love to come at Vosh, Destiny, and Hassan and just take the throne, but I don't know anything, and nobody cares about my opinions. So those are the big obstacles for me doing long streams.
In the final moments, what how do you this is again probably more serious than you were planning to do. How do you foresee the conflict going?
Say that again.
How do you foresee the conflict going?
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know enough about.
You're not a foreign policy expert?
I'm not.
That's why
I'm not. I mean, I don't think that the US is going to put boots on the ground. I think Biden's pretty serious when he says they're not going to actually send troops there, because that would basically be a signal to start a nuclear conflict, and nobody wants to do that. So
so let me be specific. Do you think the conflict goes over the borders of Ukraine and touches NATO?
I don't think will happen. Okay. I think NATO does. I think they're acting like they're okay with letting Ukraine fall. Basically, I mean, that's what they seem more worried about it getting out of the bounds of Ukraine.
Well, yeah, if they seriously stick to Article 5, like they say they will, as soon as he touches NATO, America's on the ground.
Totally different story. In that case, but that's But that's all I got. And on that fun note, I'm gonna have to hop off. But this has been really fun.
We really built up the ending,
Also, the Clone Wars and Anakin Skywalker. That stuff was
depressing.
There's a podcast coming.
Yes, Second School podcast featuring Ben Foard and his annoying American friend.
Yeah, I think that people will realize that Second School is really the journey of an American stepping out into Europe, trying to make a friend, being constantly rejected, and yet still fighting for that friendship every step of the way. I think that's really the journey of the podcast. But, we have different perspectives on this, and that's okay. What was Ben's surprise? I think it was just that he was going to tell me to go fuck myself.
No, we talked about the upcoming regional convention for Jehovah's Witnesses this year.
Oh, yes.
Which is it's like the big thing for Jehovah's Witnesses of the year. The title for that convention is Pursue Peace. which has not been that publicly spoken about.
Not been officially revealed.
No. Well, to be fair, they may have changed it.
Well, I guess that's true.
But I don't think so because all the videos are done. So
it's also like a little too pretty on the nose.
I'll throw another one out there. The drama this year. The big drama. Yeah. What's that about?
This is a drama channel.
It sucks. It's just a rehash of all of the previous dramas.
No.
Yeah, there's no big live action, situation.
Get out of here.
I know, it's really lame.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Sorry.
So what are they going to do?
They're literally just like cutting up the old dramas, and there'll be some guy being like, wasn't this great? What lessons did we learn from this?
Riots in the streets.
Yeah.
People will storm out.
No, they'll be like, oh, COVID. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that's probably true, actually. That makes sense. Yeah. Even though this is... Well, never mind. Okay, well, now Bo is trying to tear the window down, so that's another good sign that it's time to wrap it up.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
This has been so fun. I'm glad you're on to stay, or glad you were able to stay on for so long. Not drunk. And yes, if you enjoyed this, then your broken brain will also enjoy our upcoming podcast, which we'll announce at a future date. And we're going to record some videos together in the lead up to that. We keep on having to reschedule because it's too hard.
I'm busy trying to become a computer scientist, and Jake keeps canceling me.
Hey,
Oh.
don't knock the lamp over, please.
She's like, make the British guy go.
You think I'm drunk? I know he's not used to this kind of accent. It drives him crazy. It's like how there's a certain frequency that only dogs can hear. Mm-hmm. Anyway, on that note, we've only been going for about 2 hours and 11 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and end it early.
Thanks for all the donations, everyone.
Thanks for all the donations. This has been crazy. Thank you to everybody.
All of the money,
all the donations and the ad revenue will pay out from YouTube on the 21st of March. So that will all go out at that time. So when that happens, keep an eye out on the Patreon page. It'll be a public post. You don't have to be a patron to see it. I'll post the receipt, post it on Twitter and stuff, and so that you can know that your donations went through and everything. I'll keep you posted on that. And yeah, obviously you don't need a stream to give to charities. If you want to, there's some really good ones. So thanks, guys. This has been a blast. Thank you so much for your donations. It's unbelievable. It's cool that we can do actual charity work now that we're not in a cult.
Look at us go.
All right. Look at us go. All right. See you guys.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.